Okay, we're going to be starting off today with another league of Mono-White Martyr. We played it last night, got good results with it. Pretty excited to run it through another one. Deck is pretty wild. Basically Mono-White control. This hand is decent, right? Needs another white source kind of desperately, but got some early interaction. Okay, Goblin Guide versus Life Gain deck. A classic battle, tale as old as time. Untapped white source, kind of a disgusting draw. So we're going to be pathing this after the trigger, I guess. That means we have to discard. But I don't really want to give them an untapped land, particularly. Good question, Lassie. Could not answer. Am I discarding the Sun Titan? I guess we're a long time off casting this. It's kind of nice, like, just getting them dead, but whatever. Seems reasonable. Right, no more creatures, please. It's the creatures that are scary. Like the burn spells, we just have enough life gain for. The creatures being repetitive sources of damage is really problematic. Yep. This one might be hard on the draw. Goblin Guide's so good against Squadron Hawk too. We're just gonna have to, like, discard a bunch if we cast Squadron Hawk. I think on the play we'd be fine, because we'd have taken less damage off these guides, and we'd have, and this, like, Wrath of God would be really good. But on the draw, this is scary. I'm just going to get down my Emeria and path the Goblin Guide, stop as much damage as possible. Makes, like, the Wrath of God worse, but might even path the Swift Spear, to be honest. That is also reasonable. Their creatures have reasonable power and toughness, and ours are 1/1s. It is an awkward situation to be in. You're not wrong, Lassie. 1/1s versus not 1/1s. These Goblin Guides have been so giving. They're just, like, the kindest Goblin Guides I've ever seen. I should have waited till after 2 in the block step. Doesn't really matter. They might have cast another spell, but feel like the land we played kind of telegraphed we had path anyway. Probably doesn't matter too much. Alright. Can actually Ghost Quarter them off white, but that sounds kind of terrible. Goblin friend. This guy is not a friend. Right. I am not friends with that Goblin Guide. Goblin Guide is the enemy. I like to mix up a bit, Solrox. I don't just play blue-white control. I play a lot of blue-white control, but we're just meant to get all 3 Squadron Hawks and discard a Ghost Quarter, make our average draw step a bit better. Probably. Also makes drawing a Martyr, like, even more absurd. Hey there, Orphan Chocolate. Good to see you. Blue-white control and decks with Goyfs. Now that is an accurate description. I will grant you that one's an accurate description. Blue-white Goyf. Oh my god, should start splashing for Goyfs and blue-white control. Make it the best deck in Modern. That's scary. Please no Searing Blaze. Please no... Oh my god. Don't do this. Ugh. Gross. I guess we meant to block the spare. Alright, we get to Wrath the board, and then we just need to like draw some life gain before they draw the final burn spell. No, I think I want the white cards in hand for Martyr of Sands. Was my thinking on keeping all the birds. Yeah, I've seen lists like that, Lassie. I was actually tempted to try something like that in a battle of Witch Shell, but alright, that was grim. That was as grim as a Haruspex. So what do we want? I think we decided yesterday that we weren't actually sideboarding much in this matchup. This is Garbo though. And Sun Titan's a bit slow, and Hallowed Burial's a bit slow. I am not sure what you're trying to say, Aiko. What do you mean by, oh, which guild I love the most in Ravnica? I think Golgari and Dimir both look really sweet. Boros is going to be really strong too, but, I am loath to call Boros sweet. Eidolon seems decent. It seems okay. It's kind of awkward that it limits our ability to cast spells, but it does block well. I don't know that I'm in love with it. Gideon ends the game quickly, which is nice. Sidon Surgical. Ooh, the tech. Hey there, Hobart. Good to see you. I guess Avacyn ends the game quickly too. Like, eats an attacker nicely. I don't know, I'm not in love with Eidolon in this matchup, but I guess I'll bring it in. It's probably better than, like, this stuff. Hope you're doing well, Hobart. I'm actually really excited for, once Guilds of Ravnica is online, I'm just going to be streaming so much Standard Unlimited. Like, the set just looks amazing. Looks completely absurd. Yeah, Vraska looks amazing in the set. Very regal. Also, like, Vraska's card looks kind of sick too. I'm kind of into Vraska's card. Pre-release streams, yeah. Pretty sure. Awesome. I'm allowed to talk about it now. I am going to be doing one of the pre-release streams on Arena, which is kind of hype. Yes, I path this. It only stops a damage, but so obviously, the Arena streams are sponsored by Wizards, and I'm really appreciative of that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, search them some Hawks before we do the Martyr thing. Yeah, it's on, I think it's on the 26th. Not entirely sure. But regardless, it's going to be, like, really hype. I could hold this back to block. That might be more relevant than getting in for one. But if we gain this life off the Martyr, then we, like, probably can't lose. Just need them to not have, a Skull Crack, basically. If they have a Skull Crack, then, like, we're leaving up our one land to force them to leave up their two lands forever. Hey there, Gabroff. Good to see you. Well, gain 15, good against burn. Seems likely. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting, Salt Rocks. I'm really happy that Wizards decided to sponsor me for that one. Opponent has an uphill battle ahead of them, to word it lightly. The Lava Spike deck versus the now on 32 life deck. I want to get this down. Like, force them to spend removal on it. Obviously it only pecks across for 1 at the moment, but even that is still life, you know? Still relevant against the Lava Spike deck. Oh, I should tweet that I'm live. Interested to see at what point the opponent concedes, likewise. Alright, well, they have to kill this, or else it's going to start gaining life. So... Searing Blood. I kind of want to path this. I feel like we're not using the removal for much else. Binding Lands for Emeria is, like, kind of nice. It stops them dealing damage to us, too. I'm gonna have to leave now. That's fine. You go watch their stream instead. Sure, you'll enjoy it more. Our hand has a theme. Oh, this deck is something. The Wrath of God Squadron Hawk deck. I love how not remotely close this game would have been if we hadn't drawn the Martyr of Sands. It's true, Phil. Our deck only has 60 cards in it. It's just so much worse. Ooh, this is 2 more planes, right? This means we have 5 planes. So now even if we flood a bit, we'll only be 2 planes away from returning Martyr every turn. Sure. Also, you know, they have to deal 23 to us. There's also that. That's also a thing. I wonder at what point I'm meant to go score to myself. Hey, that's Swifty. Nice, 1 plane's away. I'm tempted to start blocking with Hawks. Maybe that's bad though. Maybe I'm just meant to try and kill them. Sounds not unreasonable. Like, what? This is I guess this is a 5-turn clock. I guess, like, I can't realistically lose the long game, because I'm 1 planes away from returning Martyr of Sands every turn. And then the game just ends. So maybe I'm just meant to be aggressively blocking. I can start aggressively blocking next turn though, if need be. This doesn't look like battle. It does not. It does not look like Battle of Wits. Instead of playing 250 cards, we're gaining 250 life. Hey there, Pixel. Good to see ya. some damage. Deal. So this is 7, right? Yeah. This is the battle of wits between Martyr of Sands and Skullcrack. Oh my god. I love how they're just always leaving up Skullcrack at the moment. That's a pretty unreasonable draw. That's a chump blocker. That's also a pretty unreasonable draw. Oh, I kind of just want to emblem this. Is that crazy? Just like emblem them, emblem this, attack them for 6. They draw a Searing Blaze, that gets kind of rough though. Okay, I can just leave this like this, hit them for free. And they have 2 blockers. Yeah, I'm like a bit worried about like Searing Blaze into like a bunch of bolts and this gets to hit me. This way I have 2 blockers back, which makes me feel pretty secure. Okay, we're on 10. Could technically still die if they have Boros Charm plus 2 other burn spells. Could be punished for not chumping the Swifty a couple turns back. Opponent's been doing some work, I know, right? The fact that they're still in this game is kind of absurd. Well, the Searing Bloods do a lot. Also, we just like don't have a clock, right? Our deck is very slow at killing the opponent when we don't manage to keep an Ascendant in play. That's kind of sweet. Living End beats up on all the creature decks really well. Thraben Inspector, how can we lose? Alright, alright. Proclamation's a good one. Choices. So I can plus Gideon, they have to chump the Gideon, but then they survive. Oh no, then they take Xaxes. Or I can emblem Gideon. They have to chump this. I guess embleming is better because they have to deal with 2 of our creatures. No, they have to deal with 2 things anyway, right? Regardless of what we do. If we plus Gideon, they chump Gideon and have to like kill this. If we emblem Gideon, they have to like chump this. I guess it's better to plus because it forces a chump block. Whereas like emblem, they get to like block here or here. Well, block here, and like the burn spell would pump the Swift Spear and save it. So yeah, it's better to plus, like very marginally. Well, they could have Deflecting Palm. Deflecting Palm against us would be questionable, though. I'd be a bit surprised by that. Against the 1/1s for one deck. Nice. Sure. Yeah, the Planeswalkers from Blue-White seemed really scary yesterday. I'll say that much. Free mana for a Martyr of Sands. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Just put our gain 9 life in play. Target Martyr of Sands has 0 mana. Make your opponent unable to cast their Skullcrack ever. So there you go. He resolves. I'm not activating this until you put lethal in the stack, opponent. Aww. Don't insult my mono-white deck. Jeez. Resolves. I don't know, Living End sucks against the combo decks too, but I guess people are hating KCI out of the format at the moment, which is probably good news for Living End. Awesome. Nice Skullcrack. Alright, well, now we have to be on the draw, which is not great. Not the dream. Okay. That is not great. Yeah, the deck's been picking up some steam, Salt Rocks. Oh, ever since it won the PTQ. San, do we have to be able to do better than this, right? Path plus Serra, like we can path their turn 1 creature, which is nice. They have a lot of answers to Serra Ascendant at the moment though, and if we draw a Martyr, we don't even have that many white cards in hand for it. No, I'm really tempted to mull this. Like, the turn 1 path feels pretty important on the draw is the thing. That's like the one reason I'm considering keeping this. Is the turn 1 path feels like it's like really key. So mulliganing that away kind of sucks. We don't mulligan here, that is true. I'm not sure this is correct. I think if I was in a tournament I'd mull this, but I don't like mulliganing, so here we are. This is the life we're leading. Awesome, drew a spell. We basically just want to draw spells at the moment with this hand. Do you question my keep, Lassie? I question my keep. Mulligans imply we drew cards we don't want to, which is obviously impossible given the deck is perfect. See? See, Alex gets it. Alex gets what's up. Boop. Alright. That's a pretty good draw, jeez. Just gain 6. I'm into a gain 6. I think a gain 6 is good enough to just fire off now. Whilst they can't Skullcrack us. It is an Eidolon. That is a Proclamation, Jesus Christ. So if we survive, we win this game, basically. If we survive, we win this game because of Proclamation. We just have to survive. That's not the easiest, but... You know... I almost wonder if I field them. And then just path in their turn. I feel like they have so many Searing Blazes in their deck that I feel like if I cast the Serra Ascendant, it's never surviving anyway. So I kind of just want to field and path. Take them off white mana. Also, they didn't flow to white, so they now can't cast appropriate spells. Also, that's basically Strip Mine, because the path now doesn't give them a land. Yeah, this is great. It was basically Strip Mine as well. I do not know who Solrox is. I have to imagine I've met them at some point, though. I know, like, a lot of the judges. Alright, well... Ghost Quarter is actually just Strip Mine too. Stop with the Eidolons. So rude. I could try and set up a big Martyr. That narrows it down a bit. I saw a lot of judges at Stockholm though, like, I know a very large amount of the judge community. What am I doing here? There are like, all the options are kind of fine. Solrox has seen some of my biggest back-to-back wins. Like, all my options are kinda rubbish here. I could Squadron Hawk just to get the other Hawks in hand. I definitely want to do this before I return the Martyr, right? So that's, like, kinda reasonable. Plan to just proc back Martyr and Ascendant next turn. That's, like, kind of reasonable. I'm definitely Squadron Hawking. This is, like, definitely a thing that's happening. No question. Because I need the Hawks in hand for Martyr. So this feels obvious. I don't really want to cast any more Hawks, so you just get domed by the Eidolon. Yeah, opponent does have to deal with Ascendant. At the moment, I am assuming DLS. No, not DLS. I might be getting names wrong. I'm really bad at names. It is DLS, right? At the moment, I'm assuming DLS, but don't know exactly. I kind of want to hold this, but like a proclamation next turn like gains me more life this way. I guess if I cast this, I get to chump with it if they don't kill it. And if they kill it, I get to chump with the Hawk, which, like, saves me a bit of life. Just passing the turn. I'm as close as possible whilst still being wrong. So it's like... another David, maybe? The only other one I can think of off the top of my head is Dave Murray. Do not know many Davids. Alright, I'm just jumping 100%. Just buy some life here. Another Serra Ascendant. Jeez. You can also, definitely not. Oh my god. Oh, Salt Rocks could be Imogen. Which is why you would. Which is why you would call. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my gosh, that makes sense. Ding ding ding. Yeah, I got there. Figured it out. Took me a moment. What am I doing now? The second Ascendant is also interesting. Because like I could set up to return Martyr and 2 Ascendants. I think what I'm gonna do, make sure they can't skull crack me, and then gain 15. And that should buy me a lot of time. I guess it's gain 13 because I'm taking 2 in the process. It still seems pretty reasonable. So we're revealing 5, so we're up to 25 here. Which, it's going to be hard for them to do with just an Eidolon and 3 cards. Someone was complaining about the lack of... Yeah, we have increased the number of strip mines this stream already. No, a white source. So punished for the Ghost Quarter. Jeez. Alright. I guess now I have to start doming myself. Stupid Eidolon. Yeah, the Eidolon's doing an Eidolon is good versus Squadron Hawk, I'll give it that much. They didn't have, oh, they are helixing our creature, okay. It's kind of fine with me, it's not going to my face. I guess it makes it harder for us to block because of Searing Blaze. Awesome, they don't have a Searing Blaze. That is great news. Or they're saving it for the other Ascendant. It's also a possibility. It's possible I'm not meant to cast anything more. It's also possible I could just like cast a Hawk and attack with 1 Hawk. Yeah, they only have 3 mountains in their deck. Alex, most burn lists only have 3 mountains. So now Field of Ruins just strip mine against the Inspiring Vantages and Sacred Boundaries. So like I could start clocking them if I play like these out, which is kind of nice. Because they do have to pay life to cast spells at the moment. This might be aggressive, but like their Eidolon does hurt them too. Like they get to cast 7 spells this game, ignoring lightning helixes. Each time we attack, we like deny them a spell. Yeah, they just have such a low land count that their mana base ends up being really fragile, for sure. So this could be them drawing a Searing Blaze for turn, and wanting to entice a double block to blow us out. Or it could be them realizing they're going to be locked under their Eidolon and wanting to get this thing off the board. My suspicion is I'm just meant to take the 2. I'm not like 100% on that though. Well, that worked out. They only have 2 spells in hand. They're just going to get locked under the Eidolon really quickly. Yeah, I think I like taking the 2. They're just going to die to their Eidolon. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, blocking is bad either way. Yeah, that makes sense, Lassie. Like, that's basically what I said, right? And yeah, and the Ascendant gains us 1 back if they don't have a Blaze too, so we're only taking 1. Can I afford to cast this? So even if they have to have Blaze plus Charm... sorry, Blood plus Charm plus... So I think I do want to cast this. It's not like completely clear. I feel like the extra body is relevant though. Alright, not planning on pathing this Eidolon anytime soon. This Eidolon's playing for our team. If they have a Searing Blood, we can path our Inspector to save 1 life, which is like kinda something. Goblin Guide, deal. Go to 5. So I meant to chump the Eidolon. Don't know what I meant to do about this Goblin Guide. I'm kind of tempted not to, so I take 2 either way whether I path it or not, right? So that means I may as well path it. Yeah, I'm dead to Boros Charm regardless. Yeah. That's correct, Ty. So I might as well just do this. And like, it makes no difference against Searing Blood because we'll be on 4. So like, it doesn't change the Searing Blood maths at all. Please no Charm. God damn. Alright. Brutal. Brutal. That game was so close. Considering like we got like a couple Martyr of Sands activations in, the Eidolon did so much work. Yeah, they have the 3rd mountain in the yard. That game was so close. Just like the Eidolon probably dealt like just off triggers like 14 damage to us. Like almost it basically covered one of the Martyr of Sands activations on its own. They did have to work for that win. This deck won a PTQ and top 8 at Stockholm. So it's definitely not complete garbage to set the bar quite high. That is great. I'm not sure running out Ascendant on 1 achieves that much. But here we go. Yeah, you need like really aggressive starts from Martyr. Also, like the Ascendants are never actually large against them. Because the Ascendants never actually end up being very large against them because they're always able to keep you under 30. So like the Ascendant's just a 1/1 lifelink against them, which is not terribly exciting. Come on, not Infect. I mean, Infect doesn't play Sanctums. Infect can't fit Sanctums in their mana base because they need, like, fetch lands for Become Immense. Typically. Humans Martyr. I saw that, Alessia. It sounds delightful. Oh, they sometimes play one, that's fair. I did not realise that. I'd not seen Sanctums in Infect before, but I could believe that they'd play it. Geist of Saint Traft. It's terrifying. I'm gonna leave up this path so that I can get rid of a Lord. I kind of don't want to get hit by this Geist right here. I guess we could try and ambush Geist of Avacyn later, but that seems a bit of a slow way to deal with Geist. So they have 2 Lords they get to push through. We can't attack with Serra, they have a 2/2 on defense. For starters. We're only 1 land off, but it's gonna take... By that point we've taken like, what, 6? I guess you could like... What, 8? I guess you could chump with Squadron Hawk along the way. Yeah, we take like 14 by that point because of Exalted Trigger plus Angels. You have to start chumping in that case, which is not terribly exciting. They could go Wanderer Lord, which would do some work. Okay. So this means they have Path to Exile up. I guess I'd rather them path one of these than my Avacyn, though. Yeah, I think we go for the triple block path your Lord, and then they path our Ascendant. Okay, agree with that, Ty. Oh no, we have to path first, because this is a 4/4 due to the Exalted Trigger. We can't actually wait because of the Exalted Trigger, pumping it up. I mean, we still have to go for it. We have to get the path out their hand for sake of our Avacyn. I don't think we really have a choice in that matter. And we get like an extra land, which helps with the Avacyn too. Hawk. Play my Hawk. Next turn we get Avacyn. Oh, maybe I was meant to wait on the second Hawk because of Mistveil Plains. I could have like played out the Inspector instead and started looping the Hawks. That seems really slow though. I don't think we'd have time to do that for a long time. And I kind of want the second body in play for the Avacyn trigger next turn. Alright, so we really need opponent not to have another Path to Exile. Another Path to Exile will be very hard for us to beat since we're really leaning on this Avacyn here. Yeah, the goal was just to get rid of the Path tie. We just needed that out of the way, I think. Clue's really awkward. Because Clue makes it clear that we're holding something up. But I guess if they don't attack for a turn, I'm fine with that as well. Like if they spend their turn not attacking with the Geist, that sounds fine to me. Eep. Wow, This is worrying. Wait, this is a... I could do this. I have to ensure that the Drogskor captain dies. I take 4 in the air, which is not great. But this way, something of theirs is dying, even if they have a path to exile, which is nice. Block the angel. How do we get to block the angel? So, like, if we wanted to block the angel and kill these two, there's just no way to... We'd have to do this, right? We'd have to do this. Oh wait, no, I guess... No, because the Thraben Inspector has to go on Geist. So this way, if they have a path, we just, like, lose the game. But if they don't have a path, we're in, like, an absurd position. Maybe we can't... Yeah, maybe we can't beat path anyway. I could see that being the case. I could respect that opinion. I think I agree. Path is going to be very hard to beat this game regardless. Sick. Sick. Okay. I'll take it. Well, that was a good Avacyn. That was a reasonable Archangel Avacyn. I mean, this deals with a Lord, right? Which is, like, pretty good. Alright. Kinda doing some stuff. Very slowly, in our own way. We have 5 planes currently because of the Field of Ruin. Attack with Avacyn. They can't really attack with Geist. If they attack with Geist, a Hawk dies and then Avacyn flips. And they lose their board. Maybe I could have attacked with like a Hawk there on that basis. Yeah, if I attack with a Hawk, I leave them dead next turn if they flip my Avacyn. So I think I meant to attack with 1 Hawk and put them to 9 so that they're dead to Avacyn flip. Yeah. Agreed to tie. I figured that one out. I was a bit slow on that. Alright. Spirits. These seem great. I mean, Avacyn is great. Nova's not, like, the best. In that it gets hit by Wanderer, but it's probably still good enough. Yeah, running some more Martyr. I enjoyed it last night. It's good fun. I don't think we want anything else. I think the Planeswalkers are too vulnerable. I can see, like, games where Avacyn randomly wipes their board, but I think most of those games you're dead by that point. So it seems like fairly easy ins and outs. Hey there, Julia. Good to see you. We're playing Mono-White Martyr. It's kind of like a Mono-White control deck, kind of mid-rangey control deck. You have a bunch of like life gain and wraths. This hand is sweet, right? We get out a fast Ascendant. This hand seems great. If they have to path our Ascendant, then it gets these Rangers on board sooner. And they don't have a Noble Hierarch or an Aether Vial, which is great news for us. These starts are a lot less scary, especially against our deck. Okay, so I should just play out the Ascendant, because there's a chance if I draw a white card, I get to turn it into a Baneslayer Angel next turn. Potentially. Okay, we're taking 3 down to 17. So now a white card doesn't do it, but we get to grab some Squadron Hawks to pad out our hand for the Martyr. Yeah, the deck is very cool, Julia. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah, I think we're just Hawking. Getting like more white cards in our hand to make this Martyr better. Couldn't we gain 15? How do we gain 15? No, yeah, it's only 12. And technically this would become a 6/6 after combat, so this would never die. Because state-based effects would put us up from 29 to 30. But then we just like take damage next turn, and like this would drop back to a 1/1 anyway, so it doesn't actually achieve much. Drog Skull Captain. Or Spell Queller. One of the two. I'm just going to take this. Orc's going to gain us more life on future turns. It seems obvious we can't go for max Martyr value here, so... Huh. So what am I doing? Kind of want to lead with Ascendant, because I feel like that gets the Spell Queller. Yeah, I think I agree, Ty. That's what I'm thinking too. Pretty sure this gets quellered. Alright, so... Play this Flagstones, keep the new Flagstones. So I can make mana off it. Go find our Mistveil Plains. Weirdest fetch land ever. Cast our Martyr. Yeah, we gain 16 kind of. Because this actually lives through combat, which is weird. Serra Ascendant is a very weird card. I'm pretty sure this is how the rules work. I might be wrong. I might be about to be really sad. But I'm pretty sure this is how the rules work. Let's find out, yeah? Opponent's just like, what the fuck is happening? Why are you attacking with your Serra Ascendant? Why would you do such a thing? Yeah, it's like Death Shadow. That was my understanding. Alright, let's make sure we click all 5 of these. Otherwise this gets really embarrassing. Oh my god, it worked. Thank fuck. That would have been awful if that had not worked. It becomes a 1/1 again this turn, so you know. But oh my gosh. Alas, combat is gonna steal all that we have made from us. Alright, I'm just gonna take this. I could chump to like try and keep our life total high for that from this. But I think I'd rather chump later when they have more lords in play. So Wrath of God. Kinda worried that they're just gonna spell Queller this Inspector. We really want this to be able to crack the clue for our 4th land in general, because then we can like Ranger as well. Land. Oh my gosh, I think we're gonna die if they have a good Coco this turn. 24 creatures and 4 Wraths. It's just good deck building, Alessia. Just good deck building. I'm glad we got to that comment at the same time. Oh my gosh. Well, that was not the best collected company I've ever seen. 4 mana, put my 3/4 in play. You know, the more I play this deck, the more I wonder if it just wants a 25th land. I feel like this is not the only game where we've been crossing our fingers for a land. And flooding out isn't even that bad because of Emeria. Why aren't you Supreme Verdict? Also, why is there a Selfless Spirit? Both of these are questions. Both of these are questions I'm currently asking myself. Currently, Martyr gains 18. So if I chump this, I take 10, go to 14, and get to make Serra Ascendant big. I guess that means I chump this turn. Path to Exile. Interesting. Interesting. Right. Path Selfless, play a Chumper, maybe. I'm kind of tempted to path the Phantom. It means we're never wrathing though, which is awkward. It like forces us to just draw a bunch of Martyrs and stuff. What happens if I path the Phantom? This becomes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which is still just like... Yeah, you can't win if we don't Wrath. The problem is they have 2 things that stop Wrath. Is the problem. So I'm pretty sure that does not work. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to do something really weird. I think... Path Selfless multi-block Wanderer. How do we multi-block Wanderer? I think we cannot win this game if we don't hit our land drop like every turn for the rest of the game. So I'm going to try and hit an untapped land and target this. I think if we brick on a land, we're never winning anyway, so... Cool. Because then we, like, maybe get to Martyr for Fog next turn, whilst getting a Squadron Hawk down. Can, like, land Ranger for another Martyr. I don't know. Something like that. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this deck just wants a 25th land. I mean, the Thraben Inspectors help you hit lands a bit. And Squadron Hawks thin non-lands out your deck, but the deck is so mana hungry. We're looking to, like, use Proclamation of Rebirth, you know? On forecast mode. And cast Sun Titan. Oh boy. what's up with the Hex Parasite? It's to kill Planeswalkers. It's also, I think, assume good against Hardened Scales, maybe? You can, like, remove counters from the Hangerback Walkers and stuff. Probably can't keep this. If we get a Plains as, like, our first draw step, then this hand's, like, not terrible. Like, the Inspectors help you hit land drops. Guess it's a mole. Alright. Sure. Let's do this. Inspectors help move our way through the deck. If they don't have any way to interact with this Wrath of God, we could be in a fine position. It's like asking a lot, but you kind of have to ask a lot on a Mortar 5. That interacts with Wrath of God. Awesome. That interacts with most of their deck. Have one of the bad twos. Have Selfless Spirit. I guess Selfless Spirit's also annoying for Wrath of God purposes, but nope. They have the busted one. Sad times. Alright, pretty sure we're just going to be cracking this clue this turn. Just keep digging for our land drops. Maybe some Path to Exiles. It's kind of amazing like how good the Spirits deck is now that it has Phantom. Beforehand it was like very medium. And just like this one card has just changed it so much. The fact that it can now actually have a clock. And like people just can't interact with the clock very well either. Like you can't block it. And they're good at giving their creatures hexproof too. Alright, if we draw a land next turn, the Hawk's going to buy us a bunch of time. Awesome. Okay, I wonder if I'm going to attack with both Inspectors. I think the answer is yes. If they block, we get to Ballista down the Captain, which I think is a good exchange for us. Yeah. Right. We could Wrath to get their free out of play. And then we have like outs to draw another Wrath that they can't interact with necessarily. Or I could Hawk just to make a bunch of blockers for the future. Oh, awesome. Hope the blue-black standard deck treated you well. I think the most likely way for us to win is to draw another Wrath. So I'm kind of interested in just casting this one. And getting the Wanderer off the board. Because we can't path the Wanderer anymore because of the hexproof, so it's pretty good from that perspective. Wow, max punished. Squadron Hawk on top of the library. if they had a Coco, they would have cast it already. Right, to try and spell Queller the Hawk, I assume. Just searching up 2 Squadron Hawks. Can't think of any reason for why that would be. Uh-huh. That's a strong board. Another Lord, another Coco. Yeah. Does this mean we're dead? I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna go with yes. Like, we get to block here, here, and another flyer, and we die. Yeah. Spirit's deck is, like, terrifying. It does feel like, basically, no matter what we play, we have a bad matchup to the Spirit's deck. Like, it's been feeling that for, like, the past week or so. I guess the Tron deck, I guess Tron is decent against Spirits, but even then, they can still, like, they can definitely still win if they have the right cards, and you don't draw a Ballista. Kind of leaning on Ballista a lot. Yeah, the Spirit sideboard is amazing. You just get, like, you get counter spells and all the good white cards. Like, just having white sideboard cards does a lot for those sorts of decks. The deck is very impressive. I should probably actually be playing more Spirits on stream at some point. I really like the deck. Hey there, Nana. Good to see you. Alright, so we're going first. Isn't this another streamer? White, the colour of Path to Exile and sideboard cards. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? I don't want to lead with Inspector. In case I have to path on one. I don't think hitting them for 1 with Ascendant matters that much. It means if I have to path on turn 2 and I may miss my land drop turn 3, I can crack the clue to find a land, which is nice. Yeah, I should play some more Spirits. Spirits is great. Kind of just want to play out one more thing and then put down my tap land. I don't want to, like, overextend into Terminus particularly. This isn't much of a clock, but another island, sure. So this turn I get to, like, crack clue, get down tap land. Just, like, keep developing my mana. Deal. I'm okay with this. Jeez. Trade my Serra Ascendant for a Snapcaster. More of those where they came from. Where that one came from. Field of Ruin. That's just rude. I liked my Emeria. I liked my Emeria so much. That was aggressive. Agree. We just want to get our tap down for the sake of Avacyn. Sadly losing our Emeria here. Oh, I guess we could have cast Avacyn if I play the field and assume that they're fielding me. That's reasonable. Didn't think of that. Red. Oh, is this like Jeskai? Huh. I'm kind of not like wholly disinterested in rampant growth with this path. Like a bunch of different things that like me having any extra land in play. And opponent's deck probably doesn't have many good targets for this path anyway. It means the Ascendant doesn't go to the yard for Proclamation, which is a bit sad, but should be fine. Terrifying. So restless. Why would I rest when I could play Magic? This is really scary. I don't know that we can beat the turn 4 Jace. We do not pressure Jace very well with this deck. I could run out my Avacyn whilst they can't counter her. But then they just get to bounce Avacyn with Jace really cleanly. Whoa! Whoa! Alright. I'm happy I didn't run out Avacyn. You know what? I'm okay with not running out Avacyn in my turn. Jeez. Oh, what was your name, Babuja? I might have missed the request. That was a good Avacyn. That was a decent Avacyn. Opponent must be thrilled, I know, right? I can't see the request. Babuja. I'm gonna swing both at this. They might have a Snapcaster to block. So I just want to make sure the Jace gets off the board. It's really annoying. I could main phase cast the Avacyn while she's harder for them to counter. Or I could hold on to her to like counter a bolt, but then they'll have Cryptic up by that point. Unsure. I'm just gonna pass the turn. Alright. Oh, I should Mistveil Plains my Emeria back into my deck, right? It's like most important card in the deck in these matchups. So hard for our opponent to interact with repeatedly. Yeah, I got the impression that Dimir is probably the best. Based on what we've seen from the spoilers and such. Gross. This means our Avacyn's like possibly getting countered. Still just gonna run her out. Yeah. Sure. Okay. You need to draw more spells at some point. What the fuck? that Blood Moon's pretty good. That Blood Moon is not bad against our Mistveil Plains Emeria shenanigans. We don't have any way to remove it either in the main deck. I'm just going to hold this. I'm not too interested in casting a 1/1 for 1. I think we can do better than that. Wait until we draw a Squadron Hawk for her. What do I think of the lockets? I think they seem pretty reasonable. I think those sort of artifacts are only like a tiny bit short of being good enough and sealed. So like, having a divination tacked on like probably pushes it over the top. This probably just gets crypticed, honestly. So I kind of just want to wait on it until there's like a Jace we need to kill. Or like another important spell we want to resolve, and we can use the Ballista as bait. Snap, Electrolyze. Kill my Thraben. Rude. So rude. Okay, well then, Ballista is now officially bait. I really don't want it to die to a bolt. This means it can't get mana leaked, which is nice. It's kind of awkward. If I want to resolve a Ranger, I have to do like this. But this way I get to kill Snapcaster and trade with a Bolt if they let it resolve, which seems good enough. And if they Cryptic it, I get to go for the Ranger. So also I could cast it for X=1 and then just plan on pumping it if it resolves. That would also be kind of legitimate. Yeah, that card seems so sweet. Socraster, I'm excited to mess around with that sort of stuff. Telling Time, setting up a bonfire. Exciting. Exciting stuff going on over there. Alright, and their upkeep I will pump up the Ballista, I think. Incoming bonfire. There's certainly a way to kill someone. If they tap out for this, I get to range at them though. If they tap too low. So they might just use it as an anger instead of dealing damage to us. Yep, that seems reasonable. Exciting. We don't have a Ballista left in the deck for the Ranger to find anymore, which is a bit awkward. Alright, Ranger of Eos. Use Ranger's ability, yes. Thraben Inspector, Serra Ascendant. Can I get the Serra Ascendant online this turn? I can gain 9 plus 6 beyond 30. But then they only have to deal damage to me once to shrink it, so it still dies to a bonfire. I might just want 2 Inspectors, honestly. That's brutal. The Blood Moon hoses flagstones. Jesus. It's really disgusting. The 1/1 Torch Goblin. Which one's that? I can't remember that one off the top of my head. Is that the one from M19? Yeah, the one from M19 Limited. Alright, attack your Jace. Incoming opt into Bonfire. Harvest Pyre. Sure. The bonfires are really scary for us. I think I'm just going to cast these as bodies that can attack, and if they go to kill them, we'll sack them, but I'm not too worried about gaining the life. I just need bodies on board to attack Jace. If they have a Snapcaster to cast another bonfire, then like clearly that's amazing against us, but we just have to take down Jace as soon as humanly possible. Obviously we could lose to another bonfire here, but that's fine. There's not a lot we can do about that. Oh, 1/1 haste sack to give something haste. I do not remember that card. Unless it's from the new set. That could be like, not terrible. Helps push through early damage pretty well. Yeah, it's from Guilds of Ravnica. So there's gonna be like lots of situations where it like gets in 2 or 3 damage and then it gets to it gets in 2 or 3 damage and then it gets to like pump another creature to get in another 3 damage. So it's like essentially dealing 5 to 6 to them for 1 mana. Okay, send everything at Jace. Cryptic tap. Rude. Mm-hmm. You can give Aurelia haste? Jeez. I mean, Aurelia already, like, half has haste, right? Because she's using her abilities on other creatures a lot. But still. Giving Aurelia haste when, like, no ground creatures can get through is essentially, like, dealing 4. Aurelia seems really scary. Like, the whole Boros deck seems kind of scary, to be honest. White spell, please, for the Martyrs. White spell would be great. Electrolyze on my face. Sure. Yep. Gross. Alright, we can path the Cleek at least. Or we can just Hallowed Burial it, I guess. Same thing. Saves the path for something that's cast at instant speed. Oh my gosh. I feel the end coming. The end is nigh. Jace has decreed it so. The Bonfire of the Damned deck does not seem like the best possible matchup for us. With our 1/1s for 1. Our Squadron Hawks. I believe that's the case with Aurelia. We actually beat Infect last night, but that was a bit surprising. I don't think we typically beat Infect. But like, you have like interaction with their creatures, and Squadron Hawk blocks really well. You can 2-trap Walking Ballista. I assume the matchup's pretty bad for the deck, but it's like very winnable if you draw well against Infect. Alright, I am going to believe that we can't pay for that logic knot. Oh, we get Planeswalkers post-board that seem really good. You get to bring in a Disenchant for the Blood Moon too. The Blood Moon's really scary for our deck. When we played Tron yesterday, we lost to this deck. I imagine the Tron matchup is quite bad, but you do have Alright. We're both F6ing, cool. You do have 4 Ghost Quarter, 4 Field of Ruin, and a Crucible. If you can draw well with like those cards, the Tron matchup's winnable. It's definitely not good for you, but I don't think it's unwinnable by any means. Alright. Kind of interested in this stuff, I suppose. Take out this garbage. Bring in this slightly less garbage. Do we want Surgicals over anything? We do have some bad cards in the deck. We have like some very bad cards in the deck. Surgical's not good against them, but honestly, it might be better than some of the stuff we have in this deck. Could Rune Halo on Jace, but they just Cryptic bounce that. It doesn't even achieve anything. Take out the garbage, bring in the compost. Exactly. Mindcensor? I guess Mindcensor attacks. Maybe Mindcensor's okay. Could like sniper fetch land. Elspeth. Hype. I am excited to resolve this Elspeth. Somehow, some way. Yeah, Hex Parasite's sweet. Kills Planeswalkers nicely. Ooh, Squadron Hawk, you say? Bring in the Squadron. I would like to resolve my Tidings. So we're only actually getting 2 Squadron Hawks, so we don't have to discard. Alright, we have Mistveil Plains to recycle Hawks too. That's kind of nice. Oh, I should have fetched the other Hawk there. I'm really dumb. Well, hopefully this one doesn't get countered to embarrass me. Alright. Joy. If these get bonfired, we feel kind of sad. I get to, like, recycle them later with Mistveil Plains. Incoming bonfire. No bonfire. Hype. Alright, I guess that's a card they play too. That I maybe should have considered. I could have left up Path and then slammed Elspeth this turn. If I was being smart. We are in the deep end of the league, Lassie. We sure are. This kills a Jace if they slam one. That's pretty hype. Although I guess we'd slam Elspeth instead. Yeah, Mistveil Plains down. Mistveil Plains lost but not forgotten. Fairly sure if we cast this Elspeth it gets countered like 100% of the time. If I played the smart and held open Path, we'd have an Elspeth in play right now. Rip. Come on, little Hawk. I believe in you. I believe in what you're capable of. You're capable of great things. Keep on packing. Rip Hawk, you'll be missed. Alright. I should really hold this Path for like a thing in the ice or something. We're up against Jace, Mike. The Hex Parasite is for Jace, to be clear. Oh, playing this out enables the proc? No, it does. If they kill it, I get to keep returning it. You're right. I'm stupid. That's actually a really good point. I was thinking I wanted to save it so I could, like, surprise a Jace. But just, like, being able to return our 1-1 over and over sounds great. For sure. Hey there, friend. Alright, do we cast a 6-drop this turn? Now that we have 2 of them. So, like, one getting countered means the other might resolve. That's not unreasonable. And we're also looking to, like, use our mana for Proclamation once this dies anyway. I'm just gonna cast my 6/6 for 6. They want to counter it. It's kind of fine with me. Sure. You'd rather make the opponent act first? That's reasonable. Maybe that's right. I don't know. I figure once the Hex Parasite dies, our mana is like kind of spoken for. Okay, they are acting first. Let's play this Elspeth Suns champion, huh? That seems like a good one. Yeah, they are constrained on mana. That's a good point. That is a good point. This Elspeth is also going to be pretty good. I guess I should attack them first. just slightly awkward that the Elspeth might force them to anger, in which case we lose the Hex Parasite. Rip Hex Parasite, you will be missed. You are loved, you will be missed, etc. Yeah, the Elspeth is looking decent. It's definitely not game over, but... like, Elspeth versus Keranos is kind of a close fight. They get to start flinging bolts at Elspeth. The Ranger, though, if the Ranger gets to go find a Martyr, then the Martyr of the Proclamation is going to get us out of range of, like, natural damage. Then we only have to worry about Jace, really. Come on, Elspeth. I believe in you. I believe in what you're capable of. You need to salvage this league all on your own. That's a nice Walking Ballista, jeez. Snap Cryptic tap team. Means we get to resolve our Ranger. Oh my god. Think we're doing it. Think we might be doing it. So tap all creatures, draw a card. Sure. Deal. So I want to get Martyr of Sands, Serra Ascendant, maybe a Thraben to draw cards. I get a Serra Ascendant. I can play my Martyr. And then I can pass the turn with the life gain up. Oh, I could gain life and then play Serra Ascendant too. That's also an option. They need to like bolt plus anger to get the Serra off the board. I think I'm just gonna pass the turn. I think this is fine. Reveals, Field of Ruin. JMD Tome firmly online. We're gonna gain 12 life here, but then we get to start proclaiming the Martyr back every turn. So they have to kill us with Jace, basically. They can't kill us with damage, ever. At least they could, like, clique both the proclamations out of our hand. It's kind of a lot of work, though. Keranos is a decent JMD tome, for sure. EE for 0, deal. Ooh, they get to kill my Mistveil Plains, if they want. Top 5 tomes. So, like, top 5 tomes is what? Teferi, Jace. Teferi, Jace. Library of Alexandria. Library of Alexandria is a pretty good tome. Sylvan Library's a J&D tome. You kind of run out of life eventually. I'm not sure I'd put Sylvan Library on the list. For Phyrexian Arena, I feel like any good JMT tome has to be at least modern playable. Are we counting Tireless Tracker as a JMD tome? Tireless Tracker's like close to a JMD tome, right? Right, go to 8. Rude. Alright. Still get the Snapcaster off the board. We're not like really down cards in this exchange because of the proclamations. So I'm feeling kind of okay about everything that's going on right here. Elspeth goes up to 7. So like next turn she ultimates and makes all our creatures stupid. Ooh, I get to cast the Ascendant now too. Because it's a 6/6. That's pretty great. They really want you really want a Bonfire here. Does Bonfire still hit Planeswalkers? How's the wording on Bonfire been updated? Player, oh my god, that's so heartbreaking. So it does hit Elspeth. Okay. That's scary. I mean, we'd still have the Serra Ascendant to like return over and over though, so I think we'd still be in a fine position. Like, this Proclamation is just doing so much work. The fact that we can just, like, make uncounterable threats every turn. If we have Hex Parasite, we can kill Elspeth to counter it. Oh my god. That's absurd, Kaylee. That's a lot of mana though. If we wanted to set that up for next turn, we'd need like 4 more mana. I guess they have to deal damage to Elspeth to stop her ulting though. That's a really neat interaction. I wasn't aware you could Hey friend. Meet Hex Parasite. Jace, Hex Parasite, you two are going to be beautiful friends. Is that crazy? I kind of just want more mana at the moment. Like, another Plains just sounds kind of great here. Oh god, Leaf Work, that sounds disgusting. Not gonna lie. No! 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 Alright. We have to play fair now. Goodbye, Hex Parasite. You will be missed. So we're killing Jace with Ballista this turn, 100%. Serra Ascendant. Serra Ascendant. Cast a Walking Ballista. Shoot Jace. Shoot Jace. And then I guess I just pass the turn. I guess if this gets bonfired, I get to return it next turn with Proclamation, which is kind of nice. Yeah, we're still in a pretty good spot with Ranger, agree. This plays around, like, Anger of the Gods. But this is fine. Yep. Definitely swinging with the tokens. They are bad at revealing bonfires this game. They were very good at it last game, but this game they're running a bit short on that. Need the upkeep stop back just in case. 7 is not a lot. You're quite correct. Head on time even. This match could go to timeout, honestly. Their deck does not kill fast. Keranos. Jeez. Keranos. I almost wonder if we think it could go to timeout, I could bring in Rune Halo. Just to name Jace. Like, they can just bounce it, but that takes them time. I think this is fine. There's also a possibility they've taken out Blood Moon. We didn't see a Blood Moon all that game. But I think Blood Moon's annoying for us, so I'm going to keep in the Disenchant anyway. Like, I don't think I'd board out Blood Moon from my opponent's position. Just because turning off Emeria is pretty important. You like a Mindcensor over a path? That's not unreasonable. Well, didn't let me do that. So, here we are. Didn't quite have time. I honestly don't hate rampant growthing myself with Path in this matchup though. Like, we kind of just want lots of mana, right, for proclamations and such. Dead Thraben. Live Thraben. Let's run out this Hawk before we can draw any more Hawks. Get some pressure going. Alright. This is looking pretty good so far. I think I'm going to cast one more Hawk and then call that it. I think 3 creatures are good enough. I guess it's bad against Electrolyze. If they have an Electrolyze, we feel kind of dumb. I'm actually just going to pass the turn. I can crack my clue instead, or Field of Ruin their Field of Ruin if they tap low. I think I prefer that. Whoa! Sure. Oh, now I have to discard because I cracked the clue there. I'm so dumb. That was really loose. I should have waited till their turn to crack the clue still. I was trying to play fast. Look where it got me. That sucks. One less Squadron Hawk for no good reason. Alright, opponent's missing land drop, so we're probably still in a great position anyway. Indeed. Hyper competitive. What would ever make you think otherwise? I'll cast these out. It lets a bonfire or an anger be a clean sweep. But I think that's fine. Because if they cast either of those cards, we get to... Oh my god. How do we beat this? How do we beat an Is It Staticaster? We have 3 paths in our deck, I guess. This card is a beating, though. This card is a beating. Alright, please let this resolve. go get Martyr of Sands. I guess I kind of want some Thraben Inspectors, but Martyr of Sands Serra Ascendant doesn't sound bad. We can like get our life total high to make a large creature that doesn't die to Staticaster. Ooh. I have so many big things in hand, I don't mind trading this with a Cryptic. Yep. Do I Surgical Cryptics now, or do I wait for them to try and Snapcast it? Taking away this card makes it really hard for them to answer our 6-drops. I think this is okay. Anger, Bonfire, Explosive, Jace, Lightning Bolt. Alright. Jace this turn is going to be scary. We need to draw a land next turn, I guess. Oh no, we got Hex Parasite to kill Jace. Never mind, we're great. Hex Parasite just like breaking the game wide open. Or we draw a land and just slam a 6-drop. Make things easier too. Alright. Cast my Hex Parasite. Target Jace. Bolt, Anger, E, sure. That seems eminently beatable with our hand. I guess they're going to Bonfire us this turn because of the Jace Storm. Nope. Bonfire next turn. I'm going to hold up Avacyn here. And then next turn I'm going to Martyr. So I have a feeling there's a Bonfire in our future. Yeah, I'm in a very good spot. They just can't kill me, right? They just actually can't deal enough physical damage to me is the problem for them. Since the Jace is gone. Oh, shuffled their library? Okay, that makes sense. Yep, you're right. Ooh, sacking Martyr forces an Avacyn flip? That's absurd. Jeez. I did not realize that. One, two, three, four. So now they have to Bolt plus Staticast Avacyn, I guess. Yeah, I don't think opponent can win without Jaces, is the thing. Because they can't kill us with damage, right? Not realistically. It's like so ridiculously hard for them to actually kill us with damage. The card is good though. That card is also good. Jeez. Alright. Gain some life. Cast my Serra Ascendant. If they want to engineer explosives to Serra Ascendant, they lose the Grim Lava Monster, so I'm kind of okay with that. Sounds like an alright exchange. Yep. This is A-okay. Getting the Lava Monster off the table. Actually gonna want an upkeep stop soon, I guess. Sick. Now we have to choose between, like, slamming a 6-drop or proclaiming. Either of those options seem pretty unreasonable, honestly. I guess we can just proclaim back Serra Ascendant for a while. It makes more sense for us to get 6-drops in play when they are less likely to have counter magic, though. They don't have much counter magic left in their deck at this point. What am I getting back? Could just get back a Thraben. Or a field. More mana. More mana sounds great. It means the Thrabens get to start drawing us cards with Proclamation soon. Can, like, get the Staticaster off the board with the Path and do something next turn this way as well. Opponent's also just half a minute down on time, which is great for us. Right, I would like to path your Izzet Staticaster, please. I think I'm just going to get back an Elspeth. Cast this Elspeth this turn. Like, give them the smallest possible window to draw a counterspell. Keep returning lands. Since we have Thraben Inspectors in the yard, it means we can make clues and draw cards with Proclamation. Oh no, I think they want Blood Moon against us. Blood Moon's good against Emeria, which is a really problematic card. Let's see. Like, Emeria just wins the game if the game goes long, right? So I think Blood Moon's actually correct. I think I would keep in Blood Moon too. Like, I boarded in Disenchant because I'm scared of Blood Moon. So I think Blood Moon's actually good. Thraben. Just like start drawing my whole deck. Oh, they showed one Field of Ruin. I imagine they don't have many Field of Ruins in their Blood Moon deck. I guess they have 2 that we've seen now. Get back this Serra Ascendant. Basically forcing them to have a sweeper here, so I think I'm just going to pass the turn rather than casting this Ranger. This late game is kind of great. They really struggle to keep up with us on cards about Jaces, huh? That was kind of delightful. That was kind of a treat. Right, I'm going to get some water and some tea. And then we will hop into our third match, or fourth match with Mono-White Martyr. Oh, yeah, because Professor French was streaming it too. Yeah, that must have been fun. Alright, I'm going to be back in a moment. Enjoy Mew's company, etc. I am back. I'm getting pretty good at it. I'm trying. Well, I've been trying. Trying not to break Mew's heart. Alright. It's taken about 14 months of nagging, you're not wrong. I got there though, I got there. To be fair, I never actually covered up Mew at the old place. Because Mew was like perched somewhere that she couldn't be covered up. It's only like here, she's being covered a lot. Alright. We're on our way to the 3-2, I believe. Don't know about you, but I believe in this 3-2. This is not a bad hand. Gonna gain a lot of life. Should that be relevant? More spirits. I hate spirits so much. Deck is kind of a chore. How's Damping Sphere doing? We haven't actually boarded it in yet, I don't think. I haven't been against a Damping Sphere matchup yet. Never mind, we're dead. Cool. So much for them being on spirits. I guess I'm spending this turn cracking my clue to get a card deeper to desperately find removal. I guess that's what I'm doing. Alright. Alright. Temple Garden. Yeah, they might have Geist of St. Traft in their board, Nana. Some Infect lists have Geists. We beat Infect last night, so it's not like unwinnable, but unkilled Blighted Agents are terrifying for obvious reasons. Oh wow, they're on the zoo plan. They on the zoo plan. What am I doing? Let's go Martyr, Ascendant, Ghost Quarter, pass the turn, I guess. Oh, if we don't sack the Martyr now, we don't gain enough life. No! No! This was less good than I thought it would be. We have the Thraben to block a ground creature. We have the Martyr to block a ground creature. I guess I can just cast a Hawk and pass the turn. It's probably reasonable. Just hope they never draw enough pump spells for the Blighted Agent. Hope their hand is all creatures somehow in their Infect Zoo deck. Well, this seems bad for us. This seems not ideal. Yep. Yep. So we go to 10. I think Moto's bugged. We didn't lose 10 life. Alright. Alright. It really tilts me out that Hex Parasite can't remove Infect counters. Just like a little bit. Do we want to change anything else? The Cammy's pretty great. Cammy is a delight. I think this looks about right. I wouldn't mind one of like Avacyn or Eidolon. Both of these are fine, but let's run it like this. Why would a Phyrexian bot remove poison? Good point. Good point. Alright, this hand is fine against the non-blighted agent threats. So I guess I'm keeping. If they don't have a blighted agent, this hand is A-okay. If they do have a blighted agent, I'm going to be really sad. Noble Hierarch's pretty good against Squadron Hawk too, I guess. Noble Hierarch is not terrible against Squadron Hawk, since it pumps up their other creatures. They don't even have protection up for a path to exile. Can we just, like... God. Tilt. Tilt. Oh my god. Okay. So... guess I'm just casting the Squadron Hawk and then dying next turn. I guess that is my life. I mean, we knew this hand was weak to Blighted Agent specifically. That's true, we could be bluffing Path. Maybe, to try and buy time. That's fair. Maybe we're meant to just bluff Path. We have like plenty of untapped lands, right? Would we have drawn a Path to make up for the crime of not bluffing Path? Okay, we were drawing dead. We were drawing dead. It's fine. Don't have to feel guilty. How could we not draw a 4 of in a 60 card deck? The odds are way better than whatever was going on yesterday. I mean, you are not wrong. Right, I'm going to play out this final match. I kind of want to get in one more match with this deck before we ignore it again forever. And I just say, we played 9 matches with this deck and faced Infect twice. Like, I feel like that is not running to our absolute best. I feel like I maybe used up most of my luck recently. Right, I was thinking of, there's a Jeskai Ascendancy deck. A top 16 Stockholm, so I might play this next. It seems kind of delightful. Whilst we may wait for this match to begin, I think I'm going to be playing this next. This went like 12 and 3 in Stockholm. It seems delightful. Just like Jeskai Ascendancy control. Lots of removal to buy you time until you go off. Sadly, the Modern Open was like the most boring top 32 ever. It's just like all burn. So it's not really anything there I'm interested in trying out. Hopefully we get a match in a moment. Oh, the banned company list that was 9th in Hong Kong. Okay, let's see if I can find that. That sounds like something I could enjoy. But honestly, it's like kind of hard to justify playing a banned list that's not just Spirits. Spirits is kind of messed up. Alright, let's do this. Redeem ourselves. This one is great. Oh, Calvin Chu had a good result with it at the Team Pro Tour. That's interesting. I mean, I do enjoy casting some collected companies, so... Incoming spell snap. This is great. We actually get to get the full 3 Hawks on turn 2. How often does that happen? That seems not ideal. I guess if I'm planning on wrathing next turn, I should crack this and try and find a path to Exile. I can use the Ghost Quarter to find the white source for it. Awesome. So the reason reason Lantern was badly positioned is its KCI matchup sucks and its Tron matchup sucks. And it's like not great against blue-white. But it's definitely the case that KCI has become like less of a key player in the format, since it's being like really hated out at the moment. So Lantern could be a bit better now. But he really has to like worry about Tron out of the top decks. I don't think Lantern's bad against Burn. I think its Burn matchups actually like... I think Lantern might be favoured against Burn, honestly. I think it's possible Lantern is actually favoured against Burn if you're playing the Whir of Invention version. The games are like razor close, but... yeah, Bant Spirits could be a tough matchup. Now they have more of a clock. I don't really want to like ramp them with this Path to Exile, and I'd quite like to keep my instants, so I think I'm just going to Wrath of God here. We can start rebuilding next turn. I think that sounds fine to me. I used to find the Bant Spirits matchup pretty good with Lantern, but that was like against old Bant Spirits lists, like 7 or 8 months ago. The deck has been tuned a lot since then. Yeah, the Lantern Burn matchup definitely comes down to like a 1-turn window one way or the other. Like Lantern either wins on like 2 life or loses by like one burn spell. It's actually like a really fun matchup to play from that perspective. The games are so tight, which is really enjoyable. I guess I should have cast this before playing... no, I had to because it was a Field of Ruin I played. So I had to play my land first if I wanted to play a 1-drop afterwards. Yeah, the Eidolon draws are the draws that are one-sided. That's true. The multiple Eidolon draws can be very one-sided. I don't think Rest in Peace does much against Lantern. I think Rest in Peace is like not a card people should generally board in against Lantern, except in weird scenarios. Like, you turn off a few cards, but using up a card to do that is already worth it, in my experience. Like, I feel the same about Scavenging Ooze too. Scavenging Ooze is just like a Grizzly Bear a lot of the time. Alright, I kind of want to go get an Ascendant, because an Ascendant gives us a clock. Incoming Remand. Cool. I just want to play this to get my clock going. It means I get to hit them for 9 next turn. I guess it doesn't actually speed up my clock. Doesn't actually speed up my clock. It's still gonna take 3 turns to kill them regardless. So I guess that means I'm holding up Path for a discount bear. Since like playing an Ascendant this turn doesn't actually change my clock, and stopping a discount bear could save us quite reasonably. Yeah, Stony is very popular at the moment. That is a problem. Stony is like one of the 3 or so scariest cards. That seems like a choice that was made, Phil. Like, the scariest cards are what? Stony Tireless Tracker. Those are probably the two scariest cards in Modern for Lantern. Fracturing Gust style stuff can be scary too, because you can't Inquisition it. So if it's in their opener, it can like really warp games. This is bad news. Oh, there's a correct way to do this. I don't know what it is though. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. I'm assuming they're playing a discount bear next turn. I guess I want to put Manamorphose in the yard. So I choose two of those cards with the chosen cards in the graveyard. So I definitely put Manamorphose in the yard. Does putting Parson Flames in the yard actually choke them on cards? Honestly, I kind of want to put a Ritual in the yard. They probably can. I'm probably overthinking things. Like this way, if I path a discount bear in response to the first ritual, they don't get the discount on the second ritual. Which is kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, if they cast a bear, it's going to eat into their mana production a bit, and then maybe we have a chance. We lose if they go bearless. That seems not improbable. I've not done the maths on it. That seems like a reasonable interpretation. If they are bear of bears, what is good for us? Agree. Oh my god, Amy. That sounds great. I wish I could bring myself to enforce that. Ah. That sounds like truly wonderful. You'd never... I mean, whose fault would that be, Phil? Whose fault would that be? Problem solved? Jeez, Amy. That's brutal. Alright, looks like we're dead. It was fun. Fun, interactive game. We got to choose what cards to give them with the gifting given. Just like good magic. Slight sarcasm. So we aren't like deterministically dead. Maybe we are. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, F-freeing, F-freeing. Okay, okay. Like to get rid of that Goblin Electromancer. I guess they have enough mana to cast things now though. Which is maybe not great. They just get to go off over the top of our Path to Exile. Whoa, what happened to Bobsy? I looked away for a minute. Their gift seems strong, it didn't time them out. Oh my god. I wish I knew how to cast Gifts Ungiven without timing out. That sounds great. Alright, alright, alright. I get it. I'm dead. I yield. bring in some Rest in Pieces and some Surgicals. Bring in this Damping Sphere. Bring in this Eidolon. Oh my god, Aven Mindcensor versus Gifts Ungiven. That is something. That is certainly something. I am about that life. Ruined Halo probably doesn't actually do anything, but I'm going to keep it in and pretend it does. Live in hope. Oh, Sun Titan seems garbage. Huh. Could keep in Kami or Crucible. I guess Gideon kills quickly too. Gideon, like, actually kills them, which is something we're pretty bad at in general. There's an argument for bringing in Disenchant. Lots of the lists have been playing Pyromancer's Ascension in the board recently, which is a pretty scary card. Let's draw this Eidolon of Rhetoric every game. That sounds good. Eidolon of Rhetoric seems a bit less impressive when you don't have, like, Eldritch Evolutions in your deck to go find it. What are we playing next? I'm kind of torn between... There's a Bank Coco list that looks kind of sweet that I wouldn't mind trying out. The other option is there's a Jeskai Ascendancy deck I want to try. That's like Jeskai Ascendancy control, so without the green, heavy on removal and stuff. I'll keep this hand. Damping Sphere is weirdly good against our deck, huh? Against our 1-mana spells. Okay, I guess I don't have to play it for a moment. Yeah, I'm actually just going to play Ascendant this turn. Maybe. I guess I can't even get above 30 next turn anyway. I play some Eldrazian Taxes. I quite like that deck. I could see playing some of that deck. If I play the Ascendant this turn, I get to double spell next turn with the Damping Sphere, which is nice. Like, our hand isn't very good at double spelling, especially once the sphere is down. It does make it a bit harder to, like, Martyr for enough life, though. Aven Mindcensor. Change of plans. Maybe change of plans? I don't know. If we play the Martyr this turn, we're only a single white card away from having this be a 6/6. I guess I still just want to play this then. If they do a mini Grape Shot, we feel horrendous, but welcome to playing X1s. Sure. You got a Manamorphose and a Grape Shot. It's pretty good. White card, please. White card, white card, white card, white card. One time. Come on, Martyr. I believe in you. Come on. Ideally, Squadron Hawk. I would accept a Squadron Hawk, you know. I'd be fine with that. Just any white card, though. Thanks, Caius. This isn't a white card. I was deceived. I guess I'm getting Plague Winded next turn, so that's nice. Oh. What do I do now? It's like each card I cast just makes Martyr worse. Which kinda sucks. Can we get a counter for how many times the one time is used? Just a Ballista on 2. Ballista on 2 does kill Electromancer if they play one. That's true. Keeps the white cards in hand, but then they're just going to Grape Shot down our board anyway. I think I'm going to plan on sacking Martyr and flashing in Mindcensor if they decide to Grape Shot our board. I think I like that as a plan. Yeah, I agree, Phil. Land, swing, go seems good to me. Means if they do a mini Grape Shot, we get to cash in the Martyr. Otherwise, we can hold everything in hand and just hope to rip another white card here. Nice. Alright. This gets a bit weird, because they might be holding up a Gifts Ungiven, which we kind of want to be able to Mindcensor, and we're going to show them the Mindcensor. But I definitely want to deal more damage to them here. Get my 6/6 in play. Put them on a 3-turn clock. Also, life gain means, like, hard mode Grape Shots don't get there, really. Just gonna pass the turn with Mindcensor still up, in case they're holding up gifts. So they have 2 turns to get the Damping Sphere off the board and either kill the Ascendant or kill us. And Goblins don't really do anything at this point because they're on so much life. Though honestly, Goblins probably generally don't do very much against us. Well, this is a fun Mindcensor. They knew about it, but they still just have to cast their spell, right? They can't really not afford not to use their mana here. You can have some lands. In fact, they successfully divinated for 2 lands. Strong magic card. They don't quite die to the Ballista next turn. They only go to 1. Like, really close to dead, though. Obviously, they can Grape Shot down the Mindcensor pretty easily. Pieces of the puzzle. That is pretty okay with me. You already have so many cards in hand, like, I guess they're just digging for a shatter effect. Oh wait, they took another pieces? Okay, so they have slight pieces. So I deleted the pieces when I shouldn't have. Alright. Put you to 3 life. So just play out another Serra Ascendant. I could play Martyr and gain some life. I should field them. Do they even have... They have basics left in that deck, right? They should have 1 island left in their deck, I think. Don't they typically play 3 islands? Or am I misremembering? I guess it's kind of free to field them anyway, right? Because we're just casting the Ascendant and passing. Oh, Mindcensor does interact with field. Never mind, you're right. This is great. No, you're correct, Alex. Didn't consider that. That's actually really gross. Just like actually just get to use a strip mine there. So they can remand this, and then we don't get to recast it, but looking pretty good for us. It's going to be really hard for them to get these Serra Ascendants off the board, right? They don't get bolted. Alright. They have to kill us here, or wipe our board, and we're on 43. It's going to be pretty hard for them to do that. See if you can not screw this up. Mike making his first command. Pretty sure. Oh my god, Mike. That's great. That is truly wonderful. Alright, please don't kill me. I'm on 43 life. If you can kill me from here, I'm going to be quite upset. Deep sigh. I mean, with Ballista, if they don't kill us, we literally just Ballista them to death, right? Ooh, not being a prisoner in your own home sounds kind of like the dream. Are you heading out anywhere? This is going to be interesting, Sacrasta. This is going to be interesting. I've kind of given up on keeping track of what they're doing. Just gonna let them spin their wheels. Ooh, they have Remand for a grape shot. That's scary. I assume that means we're dead. I think we're now dead. Because they get to like grape shot, Remand, grape shot, Past in Flames, grape shot. Which does a lot of work. Yeah, Walking Ballista is sweet with Ranger of Eos. Like 2 terrible removal, essentially. That is incredibly unhelpful. I find all that sort of stuff really frustrating. Basically anything to do with post. arriving or being collected in general. That is exactly how life works. You know what? I am willing to accept that I've lost this. Move on with my life here. They have like 7 mana in the pool. There is no world in which we ever win this game. That was a sad leak. Maybe Martyr isn't the truth. How did this top 8 a GP? Curious times. How did this top 8 a GP? Alright. Luck. That's I guess they just faced creature decks all day long, right? They just faced humans and bat spirits. Like, the deck's probably a lot better if you just face mono creature decks. The humans matchup must be like pretty great. The deck was super shiny, just like blind its opponents. Okay, I am gonna head to the bathroom a moment, and then we're gonna be trying out this. I think, top 16 Stockholm? Like, definitely top 32. I think it top 16. It seems kind of sweet. Just like, Jeskai Ascendancy control, essentially. Looks so bad on paper, but you get to bolt everything. You get to bolt so many creatures. Alright, back in a moment. Just gonna head to the bathroom a sec here. And then we'll get grinding with some Ascendancies. Alright. Hopefully that was a 10 out of 10 Mew score. Hopefully. Missing cards to wish list. Export. Big thank you to Card Hoarder for lending me so many cards. Oh, that sounds kind of rough. Imogen. Ooh, I cannot click on the right file. There we go. I know, I find all of that just really stressful. Just like, feeling like you can't even, like, go have a bath or anything because they might come to the door at any moment. It's just, like, a huge nuisance. This list looks like you should probably just cut the Ascendancies and Fate Stitches and add Time Warps and Snapcasters. I mean, that does sound fun. Hasn't that deck lost Gitaxian Probe though, Mike? I guess this deck has lost Gitaxian Probe too. Alright, so we need some nice basics whilst we wait for these cards to arrive. Because we are not savages. We have enough self-respect to replace these basics with pretty ones. I say as I proceed to use draft box basics in all my IRL decks. Truly a hypocrite. I suspect you should have been playing Manamorphose all along. How many of the nice opts do I own? I have a feeling I don't own 4. Wow, I own 3 nice opts. This is so tilting. I have to play bad opts instead. Okay. I have to get a nice opt at some point. Another one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's happened to most people, Imogen. It is not ideal. Teferi opt is the best. But Hannah opt. Hannah opt is so cute. Alright, updating Stream Decker a sec. Let's wait for these cards to arrive. Yeah, invasion ops are the best ops. Agree. I think we can all agree that the smelly pirate is the worst opt, yes. This is very true. Serum Visions is the best opt. Lassie broke it. Serum Vision's definitely the best opt. These cards should be over in a moment. Don't know what I'm going to do after this. There's this Bank Cocoa list that seems like kind of fine. I don't know how much I'm feeling it. Like, I just worry that something like this is just worse than Spirits, you know? Also, like, how does it ever beat Spirits? How do you, like, ever beat Spirits in a million years with this deck? I feel like you just get slaughtered in the air because your clock is so much slower than theirs. Excuse me. You prefer the Ascension deck without the Ascendancies? Oh, I think I remember seeing that. I don't remember much about it. Mike has hinted in chat at the Ascension deck I actually enjoy the most, which is the Time Walk Ascension deck. Because that deck is very silly. You get to do nonsense with cryptic commands and remands. Ascension control. I mean, this is kind of Ascension control.